Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Team Fearlessly Authentic Zoom. It's November 6th, 2016, and I'm so excited because we have 4 of us on tonight. It's like a record. So thank you, everybody, for being here live, and thank you if you're watching the recording later. I wanted to make a few announcements first, and then we're just going to cover basically what we talked about and learned about at Super Saturday last weekend. The first announcement is that Court of Force was released on October 31st. So it is on sale right now this month, as is our, that's good English, a whole bunch of other challenge packs, which is really super awesome because it gives our customers an opportunity to save some money, and it helps us custom, fit their preference of workout to what they like and saves them money at the same time. We started Team Spirit, and I believe everybody thumbs up is signed up on the Team Spirit Club. I know, Sheena, you probably aren't, but so we started that, and there will be more information coming on. Basically, our team is earning points with every challenge pack sold, and then when those people from that challenge pack register on the My Challenger app, you get more points. When they log a certain number of workouts and shakes, you get more points each week. And then there's something about tagging pictures. You get some points for that too. And I'm going to find out more about that and post in the team page tomorrow. You have to hashtag the picture a specific way. And I'll get more details out about that on the team page tomorrow. Last month, we had a few people have some Success Club points. So I wanted to recognize those people. Amy and Stephanie H. both had Success Club 2. Yay, ladies. And then Laura and Stephanie Stevens had Success Club 6. Good job, ladies. Hitting Success Club last month, the prize was a phone call, but I don't remember who it's with right now. I'm totally drawing a blank. So we'll get emails about that soon, Laura. And then this month's Success Club prizes are based on how you do. There's different levels, so it's just like Team Cup. So Team Spirit is different levels. You get different prizes, and I'll be posting those soon too. So I'm just going to go through and check off here when I talk about stuff, so I don't forget what I talked about. I sent out goal sheets to everybody through a WooFoo form. If you have not filled that out, please fill it out and send it back to me by tomorrow. It tells me where you're at in your business and what your expectations are. Like I've said a million times, and I'll say it a million more, this is your business. I go at your pace, and I meet you at your goals and where you want to be. So in order for me to do that, I have to know what you're working for and what you're working towards. If you did not get that WooFoo form sent to you, it's specifically the coaching one, please let me know so that I can resend it to you, but I just need it back by tomorrow so I can help you customize a plan for the month. I wanted to thank Amy because she, last month in Team Ignite the Fire, we had daily posts. We did like that daily posting game where there were different suggestions, and Amy decided to help make some daily posting suggestions to bring over into our team page for the month of November. And so every morning I will post on our team page an idea of a post that you can make. Today it was a recipe. So like really anything to do with food. I did like a Costco post. We're not adding up points for it. You don't get anything special for doing it, except you do because you get more interaction and ideas and things to post on your page that relate to you as a human being, which is the purpose of our business, is to be relatable as a human being, not as a Beachbody coach. Being a Beachbody coach is part of who we are, but it is not all of who we are. And so it's really important that when you are talking about you and who you are on your page, that people kind of know who is Stephanie Stevens. And actually tomorrow I'll be doing a post on my page about who I am, introducing myself, because I have so many new friends that I want people to know my likes, my dislikes, what I'm about, who I am. As you know, I think I've talked to a lot of you about the Diamond Daily and how we had to add 10 new people every single day for a week. And actually, I've continued to do that since. And so there's a lot of people who are my new friends who I don't actually know very well. And while I get to know them, I want them to get to know me too. So it gives me an opportunity to reach out and tell them about it. Speaking of which, starting tomorrow, we're doing a daily challenge. If you decided that you wanted to sign up for it, every morning over on Team Ignite the Fire, there will be a post. They're sharing a worksheet in the files, and to participate, you will, so like day one, I don't remember who's in charge of day one, but they'll post in the morning. Today's day one of the challenge. When you fill out your worksheet, you either screenshot it on the computer or you hold it up and take a picture of it and you post it in that thread that you completed it, and then you get a prize at the end from me if you complete all 7 days. You have to post in real time on that day. You can't go back and post like Tuesday's picture on Wednesday. And it's going to be based around the vital behaviors. So it'll be based around adding friends, starting conversations, inviting people to things, personal development, stuff like that. So it's things that we should be doing. And I can tell you that the most helpful thing about doing it in the Diamond Daily was that it really got me into some new habits. I struggled a little bit through the month of October with my business, and by November 2nd, I was hitting Success Club 6. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So it was really helpful in getting into a consistent habit again. I'm on power hours every morning. Usually it's just a couple of us. You do not have to be on a group power hour to do a power hour. You can do a power hour any time of the day. But use that worksheet during your power hour to guide your power hour. And at least follow through with this 7-day challenge, and you'll be so amazed at what it will do for you and what habits will stick with you if you continue it on after that. So I'm telling you as your coach that if you complete all 7 days, I will send you a prize that will be worth your while. So like my prize for the Diamond Daily was we had these worksheets that we had to fill out. So we printed them off and we filled them out every day. And my prize for completing it was to get a whole book of them. And so every day I do the same worksheet every single day. And it's been really super helpful. So that starts tomorrow on Team Ignite the Fire. Getting started. Oh, make sure that all of your challengers, Laura sent a message out about this earlier, make sure all of your challengers are set up and scheduled and have accepted their invitations into the challenge. And if they aren't, make sure you've connected and asked them why they're not. Is there a problem with their app? Is there a problem with their life? Is there a problem with wanting to be involved? Like, just make sure you're connecting and finding out what's going on. I want to announce that the Coach October winner. So in October, I gave everybody a challenge. I asked you all to watch and comment on the videos, the Secrets of Success videos on social media, which I was fortunate enough to be a part of and did a video in there. And everybody who completed that was entered into this drawing. And then if you got Success Club points, you got an additional entry into the drawing. So the winner was Katie. Katie was the winner. So Katie got the Thankful prize, the Thankful board prize. I'll mail that out to you tomorrow, Katie. I want to remind everyone that election week is upon us, and our news feeds are going to be full of stuff that makes us feel yucky and makes everybody else feel yucky. And I invite you to not get caught up in it. I invite you to be the light and to be the person who just stays consistent with sharing positivity and love and joy, because if you think it's been bad before, it's just going to get a little bit uglier. So be the light this week. Many of us on this team could potentially be at each other's throats based on political stuff, but we're above that and beyond that, and we don't do that. And so we are just the light in people's lives. We remain focused on positivity. It doesn't mean that you can't stand for what you believe in. I'm not telling you what you can and can't post. I'm just encouraging you to just continue to be the light. And if you see something that drives you a little batty or seems a little crazy, there is this fantastic button on Facebook where you click on the post and you click hide post, and you never even have to see that post again. It won't even show up in your newsfeed anymore. So I suggest using that. So biggest suggestion, be the light. I want to take a few minutes for everybody to, let me do one more thing first. The WooFoo forms, if you have not created it, I want to highly encourage you to create it. Our clean eating group starts a week from tomorrow. And now is when you should be having your WooFoo forms turned in from your challengers. Not tomorrow, not next week, although please do it tomorrow if you haven't yet. Get them in, because this is when you start forming those conversations. We had over 100 people in our challenge group last month, and only a few of them signed up to join us this month in our group. And I believe that a big part of that is because we weren't taking the time to create relationships and to understand, again, their journey is their journey. It's not a cookie cutter journey. It's not the same thing for everyone. Not everybody wants the same thing. And if you want to copy the questions I have on my WooFoo form, I'm happy to help you with that by sending you a screenshot. But get those in, and then when you get them in, read them and have conversations individually with each of your challengers in order to make sure that you understand what their goals are, what they struggle with, what they stress about, what's hard for them, what works for them, so that you know how to talk to them and encourage them through this challenge. Super important, and it really makes a big difference in how I coach in the 5-day groups when I use those. I haven't used them the last couple times, and it's made a really big difference. So I was excited. I revamped mine and sent it out. I got it back from most everybody, just waiting on my coach goal ones now. And it'll help us have conversations as well too. So I want to take just a couple minutes to have Miss Sheena introduce herself. So if you want to tell us, just I guess, like where you're from, if you have any kids, and why you decided to join our team and start coaching, and what experience you have with Beachbody.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Shino. I am originally from Washington. I'm a military child, so I've actually lived everywhere but Washington. And joining the Army brought me back to Washington, actually, because I was stationed here. I have a daughter, just one. She's 7 months old. I have actually quite a bit of experience with Beachbody. I signed up as a customer over a year ago, and long story short, I didn't think it was for me, and I finally found my way back to it, and I was interested in coaching, and didn't have much good experience as far as team-wise and leadership above me. So I was very passionate about the business, and I wanted to find something that's the right fit for me and something that I can pursue further into it with, the proper guidance. So I'm here now. I'm more than ever happy about it. And I mean, it's very exciting. I feel like I'm actually getting somewhere. I'm actually changing people's lives a little bit, now that I've been with this team, maybe a week and a half or so, 2 weeks. But yeah, that's me.
Awesome. That's great. And Stephanie is her upline coach. Her and Stephanie connected through Facebook. And I know one of the things that got you excited, that you shared with me, was Stephanie's excitement and passion for the business and for herself. So she shows up every morning for power hours. Like, I think all last week it was just us. And again, you don't have to show up at the scheduled times. I know everyone has a different schedule, but she works through them. She's excited about it. And so we all just need to rally around her and support her and offer her. She's also one of those go-getters, which is what I really like. Like, she goes and looks for the answer. She doesn't wait or ask everybody, even though you can ask everybody, but she goes out and she finds the answer. And I think that that's so fantastic. And we're just excited to have you on the team. So welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to ask Amy now to share just for a couple of minutes. She had just a few things she wanted to share from her big takeaways. We attended Super Sunday last weekend. If you haven't been to a live event, I suggest that you do. If you have been, I suggest that you do it anyways. As often and as much as you can. There's a lot of encouragement and excitement and rallying and positivity in those experiences. And we got to see Joel and Jericho this time, so that was kind of cool. There was a woman who had a panel of diamonds up on the stage that talked a lot about each of their own experiences and their own journeys separate from each other and how it worked for them. And so, Amy, I'm going to unmute you. Why don't you share with us a few of your takeaways from Sunday?
So I wrote them down. In the diamond panel, the one thing I noticed was that everybody they met their goals at their own pace. They did talk about that. I appreciated. There were some that, just right out of the gate were like straight to diamond and just super driven. And then there were other ones that, took their time and they all kind of say the same thing. You do the grind, daily consistency, forming relationships, and that compound effect will get you there eventually. It's just like, it will work. You just follow the steps. And one thing they said, multiple coaches said more than once, was that they look at when they're sharing about the business, when they're sharing their journey, when they're inviting, they look at it more like they're paying it forward versus like they're trying to sell a challenge pack or whatever, trying to invite to a group. They're paying it forward. What this business has done for them, they are trying to share that to help others. So that was kind of a message that kept resonating. Another takeaway that I really enjoyed was that they brought up a book called The Energy Bus. And so I got that on Hoopla. I've been listening to it, and it's super uplifting. It's kind of fun to listen to. I don't know what it would be like to read it, but I have enjoyed. I'm like maybe halfway through it, and I am super enjoying listening to it. And every time I plug into that book, it's just like, if you are down, if you are feeling, and that's kind of what they were saying also, if you're kind of in a slump, if you're feeling a little bit down, plug into that book, because it's just like brings you right straight up. It really is the energy bus. So that's a really good one. I think that's going to be one of my all-time favorites. I can tell. The Energy Bus. I can't tell you who the author is, but I think there's only the one. And there is they posted a daily goal sheet, a coach daily goal sheet in the event page from Super Sunday, Saturday, whatever we're calling it. I know that we're starting this thing on tomorrow with our own team, Ignite the Fire, doing the daily goal, doing Power Hour and doing our own goals. But it also, this is another one where you can print off, and it's, all the days of the week, you just check and fill out names, and it's just another tracking method. But it's in the event page. She posted it. So I kind of took a peek at that, and I was like, that looks kind of cool. I might check that out, but I want to see how the other form that we're all going to be using next week, how that flows first. So those are some of my takeaways.
Awesome. Thank you, Amy. Will you upload it into our team page?
Also, Joel's muscles.
Joel's muscles.
That was
will you post that in the team page, the daily goal sheet in the files?
I think I can. I can move it back over. Can I move it back? Can I move it over?
You should be able to move it over, yeah.
Hi, Laura. She can't hear us yet. Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, see if you can save it onto your computer and then put it up. If not, just tag.
Okay.
If not, just tag me in it and I'll do it.
Okay.
from one of my fancy computers. Hi, Laura. Okay. Thank you, Amy. All right. I am going to cover, because we're going to run, I'm afraid it's going to run out. Hopefully. Let's hope. Let's hope it doesn't run out. Okay. That's awesome. And a lot of what Amy said are a lot of my same takeaways. So every time I go to Super Saturday, I bring my same notebook, or Super Sunday, whatever we're calling it, like Amy said. And I take notes so that I can bring back and share with the team. And everything I'm going to tell you are things that you've heard before. So you're going to be like, I already heard that. But actually, you're going to be more like, I already heard that. Yay, we get to hear it again. And the reason is because it's consistent. It consistently works for coaches to follow these specific things. And so this diamond panel that they had, just like Amy said, they all reached their goal at different times, at different paces, in different ways. They all had different methods. And the idea was that that's exactly what it's about. It's about your goals, your teams, where you want to be and how you want to get there. And that's why our team is called Fearlessly Authentic. It's not Stephanie's Fearlessly Authentic version. It's Fearlessly Authentic because it's about you being authentic to what works for you and what feels good to you. And so I just kind of wrote, they're kind of random and out of order, but the big one was for me, that was you either choose to do it or not to do it. And that's really the basis behind, everything we do every single day. We can make excuses. We can make it hard for ourselves. But at the end of the day, and no matter what, you either choose to do it or you choose not to do it. And so one big thing I heard from one of the coaches was to take your emotion and fear out and fail your way forward. If you are not reading or have not read Failing Forward, you need to read that as soon as possible. Failing Forward is a really important book that teaches us that we're all going to fail. There is no way to live life without failing. We have failed 100,000 times up to this point. It's what we do with those failures that gets us to the next level. So if we choose to wallow in the failure and to sit in the failure and to exist and live in the failure and to allow that to change how we approach things from the next time around, we're missing the opportunity to learn from the failure. So take your emotion and fear out of your business, out of inviting, out of the way that you coach your coaches and out of the way that you coach your challengers, and just plan to fail. Fail your way forward. And this lady was so funny. She said, go out there, go screw it up. Just go mess it up. Go say too much. Go do too much. There's so many people out there that what's going to happen is you're going to learn from that experience and you're going to do it different the next time. So don't be afraid to screw it up. Don't be so afraid to mess it up that you just don't say anything or you don't do anything or you don't do enough. Go out there and just make mistakes. Obviously, you're not like going out there and being mean. It's not like those kinds of mistakes, but fail your way forward. Learn from your experiences. Figure it out what works for you. I mean, I made a whole bunch of mistakes in my first few months of this business, and they weren't bad mistakes. I just didn't know what I was really doing yet. And there are things that I look back and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did it that way. But it doesn't matter that I did it that way. I learned to do it that way. Sorry, everybody. I learned to do it the way I'm doing it now based on how I did it then. So I learned to fail my way forward through that process. I was not afraid to go out and screw it up. And that's how it still is. At every level it comes differently. I quoted this next thing on my page, life happens for us, not to us. It's really important to have that mindset that if something goes wrong in our business or in our lives, are you asking yourself, like, why do bad things always happen to me? Are you being the victim of your life? Or are you just being like, okay, so this happened for me for a reason. This is also sort of part of that failing forward. Not living in the yuck. Not living in like, here we go again. Why does this always happen? Everything always happens to me. You've got to be able to get out of that mindset and move forward from it. That doesn't mean that you don't feel the feelings or work your way through it, but you got to work your way out of that as soon as possible. These diamonds all said the same thing: efficient, focused, consistent. Show up as yourself. Efficient, focused, and consistent, and show up as you. Being consistent is key. Not using excuses. Like, you wouldn't apply for a big corporate CEO job and then show up and half-ass your job, right? So when you show up for your power hour every day, no matter when it is or however many days a week you do your power hour, you keep your head down, you focus on your power hour, you do it, you get it done, and that's what Sheena and I have done every morning. Last week, we focused, we put our heads down, we got it done, and then I spent the rest of my 23 hours being chaotic and hectic doing other things. I didn't have my business running in and out all day long. I kept my head in the game. I showed up for my job. I didn't make excuses, and for 1 hour, I focused. Keep your head in the game and focus on your power hour. The other part that they talked about was having like some sort of activity and goal tracker, and I'm not sure what everybody's using. But they offered different ideas like Google Docs, Excel worksheets. I know that Laura just created like a new Excel worksheet that she's working off of and probably adjusting. They have Google Docs that you can make. I'm a fan of pen and paper, but being able to separate each thing. So I have a binder. I have actually a couple different folders. I'm not even going to try to show them to you right now because it would just confuse everyone. I'm a pen and paper girl. I still have a pen and paper calendar that I write all of my things in every day. I cannot put stuff in my phone. I have to be able to see it and write it. That's just my learning style and how I do it. So I take that baby with me everywhere. So find an organization tool that works for you so that you remember who you need to follow up with, who you've had conversations with, who you're forming conversations with, who you've invited, who wants to order, who said next month, who said 2 months. These are all things that you need to write down, because if you think you're just going to be able to go back through your Facebook messages and try to remember, you're not. You're not, and I'm telling you you're not, because that's what I thought I would do. And I'm in this business 18 months later, and I'm still going through my messages trying to track all the people that I didn't track those first 6 months. Because those were some great conversations I was having, and I need to bring them back to the forefront. So, Amy, you basically covered like everything that I didn't cover. If you are an Emerald or above and you hit Success Club 5 or above, you will be given customer leads. And their biggest suggestion is not just to email them, but to actually reach out and call them. And I've never done that. And I'm going to start. And I'm going to let you know how that goes for me. Because I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous about reaching out to a stranger. But when they signed up as a Beachbody customer, the first thing they received was an email with my profile on it that said, "This is your free coach. This is the person who's going to coach you through this." And maybe they're not going to want my services, but if I just send an email, it's so much more impersonal, like than if I reach out by phone and just say, "Hi, my name's Stephanie. I saw that you ordered. Beachbody assigned me as your coach. Here's a little bit about me. If you're interested in joining our challenge groups, this is what I do." It just makes, like, our whole message is to have like this personalized like attachment to our coaches and to our customers. And so it just starts that much sooner if we do that. And not only that, but if you develop a relationship with them, they're more likely to stay with you. Like, how many coaches have you had? Have you been in this for a while? And like I have, and I know a few of you have. They're like, "Oh, I'm already signed up through Beachbody, but I just signed up through the website." And then they switch to me so that I'm their coach. Like, those coaches really missed out on the opportunity to have that customer. And so I don't want these people to switch to a different Beachbody coach once they realize that maybe someone they kind of know or someone that they know that they know that they know is a Beachbody coach. I want to be their Beachbody coach. I earned that lead and that reward, and I have an opportunity to help that person and to support that person. And so it gives me an opportunity to form that conversation with them sooner. I think that you covered everything else, Amy, that we talked about. Was there anything else that you wanted to add? I'm unmuting you now, by the way.
Just that the main speaker, she just kept saying, go out there and screw it up.
Yeah.
Just go out there and totally mess it up.
Yep. Yeah, totally.
That was her big message.
Yeah. And it's so brave too, to go out and just be like, I mean, and to not know. I mean, that's how you know. That's how we learn. That's how we learn to walk. That's how we learn to have friendships in school. That's how we learn to have friendships as adults. That's how we learn how to set boundaries. That's how we learn to be challengers. That's how we learned to have a job. Like, we make mistakes. And as a person who is a self-defined perfectionist working on my perfectionism issues, it's so important to make mistakes. If I don't make a mistake, I don't know and I don't grow. And I know everything, right? So I shouldn't say I don't know. I know everything. Like, I don't know everything. I don't know hardly anything. I just know that this world exists full of all of these people who need support and help, not only with their weight, but with their like fitness, with how they feel, with their anxiety, with their depression, with divorce, with addiction, with all of these things that I have experience in. And I learned about all of them through failing my way through them, through screwing them all up. And so, so I loved that message. So my biggest takeaway to you is to look ahead. There's another Super Saturday or Sunday in your area coming in January. Let's work together to find one. If you do not live near us, if you do live near us, let's all get it on our calendars. Amy, do you know the date offhand? If not, we'll figure it out later. No, okay. Let's get everybody connected in their area. You know, there's a couple coaches who live up near you. I know that that would be weird to like show up with people you don't know who are on your team, but I also know that you'd be open to it. So let's get everybody connected and get it on our calendars so we can go, because I know they're kicking off the new year with some awesome stuff. In fact, they're bringing back the health bet in January, and they're guaranteeing a bigger pot this time as well. So instead of the minimum of 1 million, they're guaranteeing 2 million, right? And then they're adding, it's a challenge pack for every, it's money from challenge packs sold in both November and December, whereas last time it was just money from every challenge pack sold in August. So everything we're selling in November, every challenge pack we're selling in December, more money is going into the pot. So they expect a bigger payout this time, although I did enjoy my $32, and I say 32 because you know I got Troy's. Anyways, with less than a minute to go, I just want to thank everybody for taking time to come on tonight. If you are watching it, take notes, go back and watch it. Real easy. It was a quick one. I think we only recorded for like a half hour with lots of great takeaways. And thank you to our new team member, Sheena, for joining us. Thank you, Amy, for sharing. Does anybody have anything really fast they want to say? Hold on, Laura, you're muted.